You know what's special seeing you? You know, you obviously have become a veteran, but looking, seeing you with Angie Martinez.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
it's
exciting
funny
for me
because
too.
it's like, there's such a level there. You know what I mean? Of
Hmm.
like, I don't know. Maybe I look at it like this is like a big sister almost. Of what
I
she
get
has been able.
starstruck
Yeah.
still. Like I be starstruck. Sometimes I'll be like, look at me here with Angie Martinez. Like I'll go up to the studio sometimes and she's there and she'll be like, come here, Angie. And I'm like, oh shit, look, Angie Martinez knows me. It's still something that's weird to me.
I mean, look, especially that we're from New York. You know what I
Right.
mean? Especially, I mean, Angie forever has done so much. I mean, her legacy will forever be remembered in her contributions. But being from New York, I mean, Angie Martinez, man, I mean, it's like she's voice in New York.
It just makes me wish I would have got into radio even earlier. And I will say, like, when Angie Martinez was on Hot 97 and we were on Power, she always was still nice to me. I know like a lot of people over there weren't that nice to me, but she always was still like, pretty cool to me. And she didn't know me like that.
You know, it's funny too. It's like a year ago, whatever, maybe at least that. I sat down with Ebro, and I was telling him like, "Yo, is this radio beef really a thing?" And he was telling me like, yes and no, but because I was asking him. It's funny if people go back and listen. I was like, they used to never mention Breakfast Club. They used to never mention the names either, and now they do. And I asked him why. I got to show you this. It's a while. It's about a year ago, and he was just saying at the time it was probably strategic. Like he wanted the listeners to think of like who the hell they were talking about, but everybody knew who you were talking about. It's almost like I tell people, and I don't ever see Breakfast Club do that. I don't ever see them,
Strategically not mention a name.
well, or throw any shots. Like, do you believe in such thing as, and not only Hot 97, I don't mean this to them. You believe in radio beef? Like, do you believe this?
I personally don't have any beef with anybody over radio, but I do feel like aside from anything, no matter who you are or what you do, if you talk shitty about me or treat me shitty, don't try to in real life come to me behind the scenes and be cool with me. Like we ain't got to be cool at
Sure.
all. So that's just how I feel. And I don't have beef with anybody over what I do for a living because at the end of the day, you're applying for jobs at other places and you can end up anywhere. So all of that is corny to me. Like, it's so corny. I've never been that person. Like, we could still speak, say hi, say what's up if you was cool. But because you weren't cool, now I don't do that. And it's not even anything that I feel like I've ever put that energy out there. It's just energy that's been directed toward me as being a casualty of a situation. Like, how are you mad at somebody that works somewhere else and you don't own the station?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And like, just little things that they would do that I would hear about would be like just whack to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a small world. I mean, don't you see people like, especially from Hot 97, don't you see them out when you're out? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a small world we live in.
Yeah, and I just like I don't know people in the party, I don't talk to them either. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't know somebody, I'm not gonna talk. And like seriously, if I don't fuck with you, I'm not gonna pretend I fuck with you and come up and speak to you. I just keep it moving.